Let's rub our palms, bring ourselves into the center. Press them together, bring them to your heart, close your eyes and slow down, tune in. Start to observe the flow of your breath in and out through your nose. Feel yourself as you're taking the information in and giving the information out. Tuning into the sweetness of your breath, the silence, the stillness, the gratitude, the joy. In your mind's eye, seeing the most beautiful sunrise, the golden sunrise. Taking in all of the qualities, the hope of a new day, the promise, the light, the radiance, the health. We're going to use our breath to draw the sunlight into the heart. As you inhale, draw the light of the sun directly into the heart. Hold the light, the breath at the heart center. See it and feel it expanding within you like a mini sun getting bigger. And as you exhale, send the light through the crown of your head like a fountain all around you. Inhaling the light of the sun directly into the heart. Hold the breath, the light at the heart center. Expand it, radiate, glow. And exhale through the crown like a fountain. Make it big. Inhaling the light of the sun one more time into your heart center. With intention, with love, suspend the breath. See and feel the light within you expanding in all directions. And as you exhale, send the light through the crown of your head like a fountain. Make it big. Sitting in this beautiful space. Seeing and feeling the light radiating from the center of your being, expanding your awareness in all directions, as far as it can go. Feel your vastness. Inhaling and hold the breath. Pull root lock, rub your palms. Inhale a little bit more. Keep rubbing, get the heat, the light. Cup them over your eyes and exhale. Hold the breath out, stillness, peace, silence. Nourish yourself. Everything you need is within you. Inhale. Hold it one more time, nourishing yourself. May we see the truth. And as you exhale, float the palms down, flutter the eyes open. And here we are in our space. Thinking about what we're gonna share, talk about today. Well, I've been really tuning into this energy of stillness, of space and silence, as I've been talking about in some of the classes. And, for a long time, just practicing with this pause, giving yourself some space. Because, again, we're not always, we may think we're aware, we think we're paying attention. But sometimes we're caught up in some stuff, some emotions or some stuff that's going on. So we're caught up in it. And when you've been practicing with a space, a stillness, a calm, tuning into the energy of harmony, of perfection, of light, you're conditioning your being in a certain way that, once again, anything that is not that, it just doesn't feel right. Instead of what most people do is kind of the other way around, when it's recommended for them to be silent or still or meditate or change their beliefs, or are you willing to change your model, update your model of operating, update your model of understanding, update your systems that you've kind of just adopted as truth. And then people will try something else, or listen to maybe a few teachings or read a book or two or whatever. and then try to kind of shift it or apply it. And then they'll say, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right. I don't know. I just don't get it. Or it's just because that's how you've conditioned your being to be in a certain way all the time. And you never really questioned it. We don't really question it, especially when you see everybody else around you just doing the same thing. So there's nothing to really question. You don't really go within and, listen to yourself. So that's why this stillness, this pause, and conditioning yourself on purpose with your state of being, like being highly aware always of your state of being, and aligning that in harmony, in joy, in love, in light, in peace, in awareness, in uplifting, of life-giving. And when you do that, you really, it flips, like I said, the other way, where people are like, oh, that doesn't feel right. Something's not right. I don't really, it just doesn't seem, I don't know. I don't get it. It doesn't seem like it's good for me. You flip the other way, so that anything that is not the harmony, the love, the alignment with your state of being, then feels like what's off. That's the one that feels like, that might not be something, that might not be for me. Or there may be something there that I can shift within me. Or that's something that I'd like to let go of. Or maybe I do need an update on this model of understanding. Because most people, and I've said it like this before, and it's very apparent and very true, have a fundamental misunderstanding of how reality is operating. They don't even know how reality operates, what this is. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm not saying I do. I'm saying we do have some awareness of what this feedback loop is, what this, this out picturing, this crystallization of our concept of ourselves, of our state of being, of our beliefs, assumptions, whatever, however you want to, whatever little details, whatever little explanation, or however you want to explain it. But people just don't know that that's what this is. So, it's really, you have to be aware of those types of conversations, or trying to speak to people who are just in a certain level of understanding, level of consciousness. And again, it's not about better or worse. It's not about intelligence. It's not about any of that. It's then, if you can see that these people are just operating on this kind of automatic way of being, and taking everything at face value that they didn't create, they don't know that they created that, or they have been participating in that, then you have to really ask yourself, what is the point? If you're going to, like, why would you try to argue, convince, have some kind of conversation in that vein with somebody who's operating like that? The best thing to do, like I've said, is love, is compassion, is just acknowledgement of where they're at, of the way that they view this place, which, again, like I said, is a fundamental misunderstanding. Like they don't know they're the operant power. They don't know what is responsible, 100% responsibility. And that is most of the world. Or not maybe most, but a lot operating in this way of no idea, again, this amnesia, this sleep, no idea of their participation, or their active participation unconsciously in what is transpiring in their world or in their life. And so there comes a point where you just realize, that's also why it starts to, people who are sensitive, aware, starting to wake up, starting to understand, starting to take your power, starting to take responsibility, it can become a process of a very solo or seemingly solitary, some people maybe would say alone, feeling or time, where there starts to be not as many people around that are maybe on the same sort of wavelength or consciousness or understanding in a certain way. And so I just want to give encouragement for that, because again, it's a process. It's a process, and it can happen if you are aware of this stuff. It doesn't have to be in a way that is sad or lonely. It can be in a way of self-discovery and then creation, because some people will say to me, well, I don't really have anybody left to talk to. I don't really have anybody left to talk to. And I'm not saying that that's not a true observation. You know, nobody gets it. Nobody gets it around me. Well, those people don't. But it doesn't mean you don't have anybody left to talk to. This is what I'm really a stickler on the words that you're using. You know, people say a lot of words that are very harsh, like it's not what you want. And I know they'll say, well, I'm just explaining, you know, okay, yeah, I get it. But what I also do know is, even if they're just explaining it to me, they're repeating that over and over again. If you say it to me once, I know you've been saying that. There's nobody left for me to talk to. There's nobody for me to talk, you know, I know that's a repetitive thing. So what I'm saying is, like, I've been encouraging to catch those things that you're letting kind of continue on out there as if it's a fact, as if it's true, because it feels true in the moment. And ask yourself again, what is the question? What do I want? What do I want? What is wanted? So if somebody is saying to me, because it's emotions, and when your emotions get involved, and if you're feeling sad, or, you know, you're feeling a kind of way that isn't like excited or happy or joyful or grateful or whatever that is, then I do see that it's challenging. It can be challenging for people to step back and then say, like, okay, I keep repeating this, or this is how I'm feeling, but what is wanted? And if you're saying there's nobody left to talk to, it sounds like you'd like some more people to talk to. So then what do you have to do for that? You have to say, you have to create something for yourself. You have to say, okay, I've observed what is not wanted here. And I guess that's clarifying for me. I realize that's clarifying for me that I want some like-minded people. I'd like some people to talk to. I'm claiming that there's nobody left to talk to. I'm using this as an example because it's a very real example right now and what's going on, but also so that you can hear the extreme. Like, we're quite extreme. There's nobody left to talk to. That's really extreme. You know, we're super extreme on the things we say. You know, like, people will say to me, like, they were outraged or whatever. And I'm like, were they really though? Like, that's your observation. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of extreme claims, extreme talking, you know? And I just, like, when I hear it, I'm just like, ooh, you don't really want to claim that. You don't really want to go straight to like 1,000, you know, like just pause, just slow down a little bit, take a space, think about it. What, you know, they were exhibiting the energy of anger. Okay. You know, what is wanted? You know, I know you're maybe not going to really talk like that, but I'm just saying, just watch yourself. Just watch yourself. So extreme, there's nobody left to talk to. That's extreme. And it's not serving you. It doesn't help. So got some clarity. What's the clarity? I'd like some more people to talk. I'd like some like-minded people. I'd like to connect with some people. And maybe not online. You know, some people say that too, like, it's nobody around me. It's nobody in my immediate thing. And they're looking for, you know, it to be family members or friends. And look, I'm going to say as well, again, you can do anything. it is up to you. It is up to you. If you want it to be people that are already around you, friends and family members, that is entirely possible. Everything is possible. It is entirely possible. It's just your willingness to change the story. Can you do it? It's on you, not them. They don't get it. They're this, they're that. Okay, but have you changed the story? And I know the answer is no. I know the answer is no. Or maybe like, yeah, I tried it or whatever. But, are the things that I say to do. Because what I do a lot is when people come to me with something or when I hear stuff, I say, most times I say, if it were me, because it is me, it's a version of me. It's a, somehow included in my consciousness. So it is me. So if it were me, this is what I would do. And then I say what I would do. And this is what I would do. Check out what I actually want. What am I saying here? Why am I being so dramatic and extreme? What do I want? And then, okay, let me assess what the pieces that I have already around me available, the material that's already here created available for me to transform or whatever that is. I mean, I'm open to anything. I'm open for new stuff to show up. I can, I wish, if people are saying to me, I wish my friends got it, or I wish my family got, understood or whatever. That's on you. Again, this is my memorized story of this person, of this thing, of this system, of this, whatever it is, whatever label. And what would I like to tune into? And am I willing to do that? And then you create it. You transform it. You take the words that are already on the page, creation is created, is finished, and you rearrange them in the way that pleases you, because all of the material is already there. But if you like what I'm keep saying every week, I know if you don't actually do it, then what do you expect? If you're not applying, if you don't try it, then you have to acknowledge to yourself, I just want to complain, or I just want to wallow in it, or I just want to be lonely, or I just want to, people don't want to say that. They don't want to admit that to themselves because it doesn't feel like that. I know it doesn't feel like that, but that has to be the truth, because there is so many things that you could do. And if you don't want to change the story, like I've been saying about the person, at least acknowledge that and then accept what you've got, because you've created that too. You participated in that knowingly and mostly unknowingly participated in that. So you have to accept it, like relax, stop resisting things, stop pushing back against things. Like I've said, everything you push against pushes back. That's just how it goes, so just stop pushing and decide what you're doing. And so if you're going to accept that, like this is in my mind, I've got a belief that this is a big story, or, my mother is always like this, or my partner is always like this, or whatever it is. And I haven't taken the time or the effort or the clarity to make a new story. So I keep getting this, and I keep using it as my excuse to get whatever, sad, using it as my excuse to get angry, using it as my excuse to have a bad guy, to be a victim to something or someone. And if you call yourself out like that, nicely, with love, like that's loving to myself, to say, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And why do you keep giving your power away there? And what do you want? And then once I decide what I want, then I can do something about it. And I can change my story if I want. So if it were me, and this was this scenario, and I'm saying, apply this to whatever you want. But if it were me, the first thing that I usually do is revise. Anything that is sticking out in my mind, I smooth it over in a different way. I choose an alternative way, an alternative conversation, an alternative childhood, an alternative, experience with this friend, an alternative, whatever it is. I visit that in my mind. I see how that feels. I close my eyes. I go into the space. I see how that feels until I catch the feeling, until I feel the relief, or until I feel the satisfaction, until I feel the laughter, until I hear the different thing, like, oh, I get it, or, or, oh, I'm so happy for you. Like I'm saying, like I try to find something that's concise, but that I can connect to catch that feeling. Then once I've done that, I may also make a scene for moving forward, like, okay, so I revised that over there, and now moving this way, that's, past and future, whatever. It's all happening right now within me in my awakened imagination. And so I will create, a future, let's say, scenario or scene or whatever. And practice that a bit and catch the thing. But the thing is, like, what I'm saying is, once you do these things, it's not like techniques or whatever. It is an experience. You're doing it to have an experience, a different experience, because what you're claiming is you don't like the experience that you're having now. And what I'm saying is, there's always something to be done about that. You just have to sit there and like be extreme and make a claim and then a judgment and then justify it. That's what we do. We say, there's no one left to talk to because this, and I feel this. Woe is me. And it's like, okay, how's that working out? How do you like that? Doesn't feel good. So I'm saying, if you're hearing me, there's other things you can do. Doesn't matter what it is. Saying if it's a job, if it's a, I'm saying the friend version, but you can apply it to whatever it is, a world situation, anything. You can get clarity, decide what is wanted, same formula, but I'm just trying to say it in these different ways so that you can, that it doesn't have to be, it's not like to fix anything. And it doesn't also have to be a big deal. It's not like this, nothing is a big deal. You're just there like, I want to have a different experience. Let me have a different experience. And who's in control of that? Me. And where can I go to do that? Right here, right now, I can close my eyes and do it. I can do it with my eyes open, but you close your eyes and experience your limitlessness, your vastness, who you really are. Because like I've said so many times, the only reason you're reacting or making these extreme claims or these labels or these judgments or these justifications is because you don't know who you are. That's it. That's the only reason, because I don't know who I am. I must not know who I am. Whoa, I feel real powerless right now, or I feel really angry, or I feel really upset. I must not know who I am. That's what you got to train yourself to awaken to. And then take back your power and know who you are. I'm the operant power now. What am I going to do about it? What am I going to do about it? And then you decide what you're going to do. Have a different experience. That's what you're going to do about it. Whether that's a technique, breathing, a list, a state of being, or whatever it is. The point is, I'm having an experience that I have contributed to and created, mostly unknowingly or maybe knowingly. And so I'm just going to do that with full awareness or full consciousness. I'm going to have a new experience. And that this afterworld, this shadow world, you're creating the image, or you're holding the shape, and it has to create the shadow of that in this world for you to experience. So we make it quite complicated, extreme, difficult. That's a big one, and it's not the truth. It's the same energy. Like I keep saying, if you know who you are, if you know you're the very fabric of this universe, that your imagination is God operating through this apparatus as you, what do you got? Like what could be so out of your realm of possibility or change, or I don't know, like, why would you doubt yourself, or why would you worry, or why would you not apply, just apply it, just know who you are and apply it. And back to the beginning, just take those pauses and those silences to train and organize your being in a greater order, in a more harmonious and loving order. And if you forget everything, again, one more reminder, if you forget everything, if you can remember love, you will be okay. Is this loving? That's it. Is this loving? And train yourself with that question, because you'll get yourself out of a lot of crap, a lot of crap. And if you have resistance, if you're not willing, you also have to remember the only person that I'm doing this to is myself. The only person that I'm doing this to is myself. So, why would I do that to myself? And I know it sounds harsh sometimes, because we've had experiences or things have happened or there's things that are happening, and it seems like, somebody has done that to you or something has done that. And people will say, I wouldn't have chose that. I didn't, like, how did I do that to myself? And it's not exactly like that. Patterns are precise. So if you don't know that you are a certain pattern, or you're holding a certain pattern of victim, or of I'm not good enough, or I'm not worthy of that, or I'm not this, or I'm not that, whatever the messages are that we have, and that is a certain organization of energy, it's a certain pattern. So then it matches up with anything that also has that pattern. And you just don't know. You just didn't know that. So it's just becoming aware of that, like, using these things to remind you, like I'm saying, all these different ways to say it. Oh, I'm just, fallen into a state. It's another way of saying that I've just fallen into a state, or I've been holding a state of being unconsciously that I didn't know, of unworthiness, or of, powerlessness, or of, I'm not safe, or whatever it is. I've been holding that pattern. So then it matches up with everything in that same pattern. It just, it has to. I'm producing the pattern. And so then I gather my evidence. I see all the things that are equal to that pattern. Just another way of saying state of being, but sometimes you can visualize that, putting state of being as an organized, some kind of energy that's organized or chaotic, but that's on you, like I'm saying, to really do your best, to take your pauses, to take your quiet, to listen to yourself. And in that silence and in that stillness, see what you observe, see what you hear, see what you notice, and then see what you can do about organizing it in a higher way, bringing in the love as the simplest way. Like I've said, like, can I look at all this or feel all this, just taking a moment to be silent and tune in and see how it feels. And if it is not my greatest expression, if that doesn't feel really good, just see it or feel it. Like, you have to connect in so many ways, have a different experience, but see it and feel it organizing in this beautiful way, whatever makes sense to you. Maybe a flower, maybe, a geometric pattern or something light, harmonious. You can see it. You can see yourself as that. You can expand it all around you. See it as far as your awareness can go in all directions, organized, orderly, beautiful, harmonious, loving, all of that. And know what you're doing, that it is doing something. It is done. You did it. But you have to know it too. It's a state of being, a mindset of, I know who I am and I know what I'm doing, and I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing it. Everything that comes to my awareness that is not that, I'm going to just bring it in, just bring it in, smooth it out, make it perfect, make it beautiful, and stop being so extreme on the other way. Okay, let's smooth it out, soothe it out, and smooth it out. That's my favorite. Okay. Yeah, so many ways that it comes to me, and seeing it in different ways, like jaggedy, like it's like all doesn't look or feel good, like pointy. And so you just like kind of like smooth it, you know, make it nice. And, or like hair, like getting the tangles out. It's so satisfying when something is tangled and you like untangling a necklace. Yeah, it can be tedious, but it has a certain pattern. You're just returning it back to its smooth flowing way. It's the same thing with anything that is coming up within you or around you, in your health, in your being, in your awareness, your health of your environment. It's just a little maybe tangled, or it's in a certain pattern that doesn't feel harmonious to you. So any way that you could visualize that or feel that, or whatever you can connect to, you can just, yeah, smooth it out, make it beautiful, and tune into the pattern of perfection. That is my favorite. And then see and feel that perfection within everything all around you. It cannot exist if it doesn't have this pattern of perfection, regardless of how it's expressing itself in the moment. It's there. And if you are it, if you are connected to it, it has to express in that way when you are around. Telling you the truth. Okay, let's breathe a little bit and get ourselves into that state, that space of harmony, of love, of silence, of calm confidence, of perfection. Looking straight ahead, your tongue is up, smile. Let's stretch. Inhale into our chest, into your lungs, and hold the breath. Inhale a little bit more. Expand a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Now hold it. Now pull root lock. Try to lock it up from the bottom. Your root lock, your abdomen, your navel. Bring it up. Lock those shoulders down as you're pushing up with your energy. And exhale, relief, relax, dissolve. Your eyes open. You're seeing and feeling yourself expanding in all directions. Inhale deep into the chest. Hold the breath. Inhale a little bit more. A little bit more. Into the back, stretch. Into the side, stretch. Into the front, stretch. Up top, one more. Now hold it. Now pull root lock. You push down with your shoulders, up with the bottom energy, bring it up into the brain, into your heart, into the brain. Activate yourself like you mean it. And exhale gracefully, dissolve, relax, feel the relief, practicing, catching the feeling. Inhaling deep into the chest, hold the breath. Inhale a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. One more, one more, one more hold. Squeeze it up, root lock up into the heart, into the brain. And exhale, dissolve, release, relax, expand. Close your eyes, feel yourself expanding in all directions. His bone is caught under a blanket and he can't get it out. So I'm gonna get it out for him. It's under the blanket. Here, here, look. There it is. There it is. You really struggled with that. Okay. Let's do our nervous system. Tongue is up. Suck that tongue up and stretch the ligament. Look at the tip of your nose. Really put that negative pressure on your upper palate. Activate your glands. Click it off, swallow. Stick out the tongue. Tuck your chin. Look at the third eye. No. Come on. Okay, you release it. Bring your fingertips together, plug your nose, looking up, inhale. Puff your cheeks, tip your chin, hold. And center exhale. Plug your ears 3 times, reset. When you're done, just sitting quietly. So again, taking this time to pause, you have all of these things that you can do to start to soothe your nervous system so that you can be quiet. Because most people are so distracted and, going in their mind that when I say silence or just take some pauses, he's still filled up with a bunch of stuff. So you have all of these practices that you can use to help you actually get into silence. Looking over your left shoulder, looking far, far away, eyes open, open focus, and take your focus so far, 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 looking over the infinite horizon. Expand your awareness in all directions. Relax your entire being. And coming through the center all the way to the right. And coming into center, looking up. Stretch your throat, look into the infinite blue sky, relax your forehead. Coming through the center, tuck your chin. Drink that light in through the nape of your neck. Taking the left ear to the left shoulder, just nice, gentle circles. Exhale as the right ear comes over the right shoulder and down, and then reverse, inhaling to the right. Take your time through any tightness or crunchiness and exhaling down. And reverse. This is good to do every single day. You can do it twice a day. Just opening up any tension, blood vessels, ligaments, tendons, nerves, muscles, joints. And then coming back to center. We're going to do Sit Ali. Interlace your fingers. Index fingers point up. We're going to inhale through the tongue or a little sippy mouth, cooling off, helping to digest, transmute energy, the heat, the fire, just like soothing balm, soothing nectar. Slowly through the tongue, try to take a full deep breath, belly, rib cage, chest. And then you suspend it for a moment or two. And then you exhale gently through the nose and continue. Inhale through the tongue or the mouth. Hold it. Exhale, nose. Inhale, nose. Hold. And exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms. Stretch. Exhale, press it down. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your hands on your heart. Just see if you can sit in the silence, in the quiet. Drop your awareness into your heart center. Just connect to that energy of infinite love, infinite truth. Feel it expanding. Through your whole being. Feeling yourself aligning, organizing into that pattern of perfection. Perfect love, perfect harmony, perfect peace, perfect joy, perfect radiance, perfect beauty. Tune in. How does that feel for you? Find it. Remember it. Amplifying it with every breath, sweetly, slowly, with ease. I am. Feel the peace and the confidence in knowing who you are. Catch the feeling. Catch the feeling of wonder, of delight, of enjoyment. Feeling of ease. Things are easy when I know who I am. Everything is always working out better than I even imagined. Catch the feeling. Have the experience. Know it. One more time, just seeing yourself filled with light, pattern of perfection, everything aligned in harmony, joy, peace, light, truth, beauty, radiance. And ease, so much ease. Bring your hands to prayer. Surrounding yourselves with these blankets of love, peace, and light. Inhale to begin. Love before me, love behind me, love at my left, love at my right, love above me, love below me, love in me, love in my surroundings, love to all, love to the universe. Inhale. Peace before me, peace behind me, peace at my left, peace at my right, peace above me, peace below me, peace in me, peace in my surroundings, peace to all, peace to the universe. Inhale. Light before me, light behind me, light at my left, light at my right, light above me, light below me, light in me, light in my surroundings, light to all, light to the universe. Inhale. Oh. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you, guys. Have a peaceful, smooth, loving evening.